start recording now. So that's on Thursday next week, the test. Today's lesson is just this if then else. Oh, sorry, yeah, it is if then else. I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard of this sort of structure in programming, if then else. The idea being, you know, if a certain condition is true, then do this thing, otherwise do that thing. That's an if then else structure. It is implemented in almost all programming languages. So you could find if then else in Python, for example. You guys might learn Python if you're software. Well, everybody learns Python. That's right. Even the hardware students learn Python. Yes. And you will learn it if you are a software student. You'll go ahead and do it in JavaScript. Yeah, so you will learn it for sure. We have it built in to Excel. So Excel in this way is behaving a bit like a programming language. So we can write a little program in a cell. So for example, the idea here is, you see I put my cursor into cell H2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put in there something that reflects the fact that if somebody has made a donation of more than $50, then we're going to give them a gift. So how do we do that? Well, so that sounds like an if then else, and it is an if then else. If the person has made a donation of more than 50, then they get a gift. Otherwise, nothing happens. So that's perfectly set up in our minds to make an if else, an if function in Excel. Now, because it is a function, we could start here with the insert function. We could go there and do it and find the if. So if you can't remember, you can do it that way. It's one way we could do it. And then you've got through this, maybe this is the easiest way, right? So the logical test is going to be that, and I'm just going to highlight this because I like to point when I do this. The logical test is if that thing is bigger than a 50, then if it's true, I'm going to say free gift. And if it's not true, is it idle? I'm going to do nothing. They're just going to have a comment which is empty. And that's, yeah. Could you repeat what you did and how to open? Yes, I shall. Don't worry. Let's start again. So we want to put into this cell a function that represents the idea that if a gift, if a donation of more than $50 is given, then we give them a gift. And if they don't give more than $50, then nothing happens. And so that fits into an if then else way of thinking. And so we can put an if then else there. Now the easiest way to do that is maybe by just doing the insert function and then find our if function. We can just double click on it, and then we get a nice little drop down menu that helps us to complete that. And okay, got it. Thanks. Yeah. So, for example, I want to. I'm going. Well, actually, not an equal there. I'm going to click on the. So the logical test is if the value in the donation is bigger than 50, then we give them a gift. Now, when I do this, I'm putting the quotes in so that Excel will recognize that it's text and not a number and won't try and process it. And so we see that a free gift appears in this cell, and that's because this cell actually meets the criteria of the if statement. That is, this cell points to a cell that meets the criteria. Now, if I copy that formula down, I get a blank because that was the formula is there, but is by relative addressing. Whereas in the cell above it was G2, in the cell below it's G3. 42 is false. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by yes. Let's go down and see. I don't know about 42. Quite possibly. So I'm copying that to all of those. And let's see about 42. $42, $65. No, I got to forgive. No, 42 is false because it's less than $50. Now, that's one way we could do it. We've done it and we've copied it down. Another way we could do it, get the same result, is you could just start typing in. And probably you just start with an equal if, and then when you do that, the help comes down below. And so it's saying, okay, logical test is highlighted at the moment. So then I just do like that, bigger than 50, and then there's a comma, and then free gift. Maybe this is kind of, and then a comma. So that gives the same result, but without having to go and use the menu on the side there. Now, the other thing that isn't mentioned, so if you've done that, when you do that, that's the end of the exercise. We could stop there. That's all it's required. If you look at the instructions there, that's all that it asks you to do. But I thought, well, you know what? In this, if we look at that formula again, let's delete all that. If you look at that formula again, you can see, so equal if. So we got the logical test. Well, that's pretty easy, right? This is bigger than 50. Then we have two other parts that follow. What do we do if it's true? That goes in that column. What do we do if it's false? Well, we could do nothing if it's true. And if it was false, we could just say, wrong, stingy, something like that. You know what stingy is, right? Or Scrooge. So this one is a totally different thing, right? It gives a 0 because it was true. And sometimes true is, sorry, it was false. It gives a 0 because it's false, and false is portrayed as a 0. and all the ones that's less than 50, it's saying stingy. But look what we did there. For that, we didn't do anything in the true. And so in the true, what it did is nothing, and nothing is 0. That's like a false. But we could put something else in there. Let's make this, if it's less than 50, then we're going to say, then they're stingy. They're not stingy if it's more than 50. It's less than 50, so the true is now stingy. And the false is going to be, we're going to put another thing in there. I'm going to do another if. If the value is bigger than 70, well, then they're really, we're going to say, you're so generous. And otherwise, we're going to say, thank you, because they gave 50, right? And so let's try that. Okay, so the problem is I don't have the right number of, I didn't have the right number of brackets. I am always doing that mistake, right? Because I opened 2 brackets and I only closed with 1. But say we're getting a thanks because the value is between 50 and 70. But if we get more than 70, this is still going to stay stingy if they're less than 50. But now if they're more than 70, it's like, you're so kind, thanks, and stingy. So we can have multiple sort of things. This is actually called a nested if, because what it is it's an if inside another if. We call that nested. It's kind of like looking in the mirror, and you see your face, and if you got another mirror behind you, then that mirror, it looks like you're looking at your little smaller images of yourself over and over again. I've got a sort of something like that here, actually. Can you see that? That's the kind of effect that you get, right? This is nested. I have an image of that computer inside the image of that computer. This is the screen that we're looking at, images inside of images. That's nested. This is nested if, because we have an if statement inside another if statement. And that's quite possible in programming. And it actually makes it possible for us to do lots of things. Now, we call this if statement stuff, we call that branching in computer science. We call that branching. And it's a very, very important part of programming. You would know that computers use binary language. Binary means only two possible results. The two possible results are 0 and 1. And out of the 0 and 1, we're able to do all these things that we do. Like everything you're looking at on your computer now is made up of zeros and ones, which is millions and billions of choices of yes or no. That's the way we understand that. Now we put lots of those zeros and ones together to make numbers, to make letters, to make pixels, and then they're combined. And so there's billions of these zeros and ones that would make a screen image. Now, zeros and ones, how does that relate to if statement? A 0 is false, a 1 is true. And we saw that when I did the one of the examples there. A 0 is, and so what we're actually doing here is we're discriminating between, or we're choosing between a 0 and a 1. And that's how the underlying thing that's happening in the computer is working with that. And based on these numbers, right? So if that number is bigger than 50, then the true would be 1. What do we do if it's bigger than 50? Well, then we went and asked another question. Well, is it, etc. Actually, in this one, it was, is it less than 50? And if it's less than 50, then we say stingy. And otherwise, we find out if it's more than 70. And if it is, we say you're so kind. Otherwise, the false is we say. Thanks. All right, I talked a lot about that. That's more than you need to know. All you need to know to do this exercise is the basic if statement, which I'll go back to. So let's delete all this and just restore you to what it is you actually have to do. If you did what I did here, that would be awesome, man. I would give you like extra marks. But all you need to do is if, following the instructions, if this thing is bigger than 50, then you're gonna say free gift. Otherwise, make sure you close quotes. If you open a quote, make sure you close it. Otherwise, you're gonna get none. And so, and then you copy that down, and your relative cell addressing works, and you have finished. That's all you need to do for today's exercise. I have made videos of the last two exercises, and they're up there on D2L. So I'm going to stop talking now about that, and maybe you have something else that you'd like me to talk about, or maybe you'd like to talk about something. Who knows? Wouldn't that be interesting? So what I'm going to do is take another couple images of who's here. Taking up my whole screen, usual. Okay, so let's see. So who I see is all these people, Mirza, Safa. Okay, I think I better save this one. No. Where are you? Yeah. Anybody got a, oh, I see something coming up. I'm just gonna have a look at that. Let me save this first. Save as, and I'll call it, what? Attendance. Words. What are we, CP5. I'll delete that later. It's just so I can see who's here, so I don't have to write you all down. That's at the bottom of the list. Now I'm going to do it again for the top of the list and just save that. And then I'm going to look at those questions that are coming up. Okay, about questions. Let's see. People don't like to talk, they just like to chat. All right, so, sir, when I use comma, it doesn't work, so I use semicolon. If it works, it's all right, but that's strange. Wow. Maybe, wow, okay. It works with comma. That's new to me. But you know, if it works with semicolon, then how am I to say it's wrong, right? Okay. Um, did you open the Dropbox for 1920? I did not, but I will before I go home. Uh, so, yeah, those are easy questions. That's good. Could you repeat? I think I repeated. All right. So, any other questions? Yes, I will open a Dropbox before I go home. I've got a couple of things to do. What else do I have to do before I go home? Just that, I think. Mark the roll. Um, oh yeah, I think I've given instructions on where to get uh, sir. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, we got that. So, just going to give you a minute to collect your thoughts if you have any questions you want to ask me. Um, and if not, then I'm going to say that we're done, and I'll let you go and have your wonderful weekend. Bet you'd like to do that. Yes, Iman's ready to go right now. Me too, Iman. I'm going too. Okay, thanks, Akmal. Abdulaziz, thank you. Thank you all. Okay, folks, that looks good. You know, I wonder if I can save this somewhere. Do that? No. Okay. All right, thanks. Thanks, students. I shall mark the roll in a second. I'll go back and put up the Dropbox for the next exercise. The Dropbox for this exercise is up. And so you can just work on that. Sometime this weekend, I hope to start marking some of your work. It does take me a little bit of time. I always like to finish, have the lesson prepared first. That's the main thing. But then get on to that, because that would, I know you'd like that, especially before the test. So I shall try and do that. And anything that comes up about the test. So do look on D2L over the weekend, because there may be some instructions there to get you. Maybe. All right, but certainly by Sunday there will be something there. Okay, students. Hope that's test. Don't forget the test. Good. Okay. Don't forget to stop the recording. Yeah, what a good idea. I didn't stop the recording. Let's stop.